Okay, so now we have seen ingestion and digestion. Now we will see absorption. See, once the process of digestion gets completed into small intestine, the soluble nutrients have to be absorbed. Okay, so the nutrients, whatever the soluble nutrients are present, they have to be absorbed for our body growth. Now absorption of nutrients happens in small intestine. So in small intestine, the absorption of nutrients takes place. For this purpose, the lining of small intestine have finger-like projection. So the intestine, so the small intestine, on the walls they have finger-like projection, which is called as villi. Okay, so villi helps in the absorption of the nutrients. Now next is, see, the villi increases the surface area for absorption. If there are more number of villi, we can absorb more number of nutrients. Now the large intestine. See, the small intestine also contains abundance of fine blood vessels all along the walls. The blood vessels carry the nutrients that are absorbed by the small intestine to the rest of the body. So along with the villi, there are blood vessels. Okay, so these blood vessels is nothing but it is like a container which helps the blood to flow through all the parts of the body. Now the nutrients have been absorbed in this, they also get absorbed in the blood vessel, so that the blood vessel will pass the nutrients to all parts of our body. Now next, the large intestine. So the large intestine, the undigested food material from which the nutrients have been absorbed, then passes into large intestine. So the whichever the undigested food is present, it will go to the large intestine. Okay, so the large intestine will have the undigested food. The water and some minerals get absorbed by the walls of large intestine. So if there is some water present and the nutrient present, then the large intestine will absorb it. So the final product of the carbohydrate digestion is glucose. Okay, so this is very important. See, the final product of carbohydrate. So the carbohydrate will be converted into glucose. So the carbohydrate is complex substance, whereas glucose is simple substance, and it is further broken down in the cells in the presence of oxygen to provide energy. As we know, respiration. So the glucose is broken down in the presence of oxygen, so that it can release energy and which can be used for many physical activities. The final product of protein is amino acid. So the protein is complex substance and it is been converted into amino acids. Okay, so it is converted into amino acids, where amino acids is simple substance and protein is complex substance. And the last one, the fats. So fat is a complex substance and it is been converted into simple substance, which is called as fatty acids and glycerol. Okay, so these are the simple substance and they are stored as energy inside the body. Okay, so these are all complex substance and this is all simple substance. Now the last process will be egestion. Egestion is nothing but the undigested food present in large intestine become semi-solid and are stored in rectum. Okay, and the last they are thrown out through the anus. So in egestion, whatever the waste product is present, it is been thrown out from the anus. So, okay, so this is how the nutrition in animals or nutrition in humans occurs.